Morning Hustle Show. L'Oreal, I am here, and I'm so excited because this is going to be a great interview. Garcelle Beauvais. Okay, because is it
Beauvais?
Say it.
Beauvais. Garcelle Beauvais.
Beauvais.
Yes.
See, I thought I was saying it right all the time. Now I felt crazy.
No, you
Boo for me. Garcelle is in the building, though. I'll tell y'all that much. Don't call her fancy.
I'm so happy to be here. You can call me fancy.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I want to talk about that, but not yet.
Okay.
Because you got a brand new movie, and girl, you did your thing.
Okay.
Tempted by Love.
Yes.
Terry McMillan presents.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
It's a good one.
You are doing good with this acting. And you know what? When I tell you in movies, because I'm so used to when we know you from me being young, all I knew was fancy.
Right.
You was the girl, still is, but the girl that everybody want, everybody was trying to get next to. Mm-hmm. And now that I'm actually seeing you in these roles, you are killing the game.
Thank you.
Awards, you're getting the nominations,
Yes.
all that kind of stuff.
It's been incredible, especially, I've been in the industry for so long,
Yes.
and I feel like all the fruits of my labor are now blossoming.
How does that feel? Because it's like you're getting your flowers a little later on in life. I'm sure you've been working your ass off. So does that get frustrating at any point where you're like, where's my award?
No, you know what? It's the journey. Yeah. And I try to focus on the journey, not like all the fruits, all the flowers. So what's been really great is that, for me, when I first started in the industry, they were like, when you're 40, a woman in their 40s will never work in this industry, especially a black woman in their 40s will never work in this industry. Mm-hmm. And we've seen a change.
Yes.
Older women are bringing it and green lighting shows and movies and being stars of shows.
That's right.
It's amazing. It's really great.
It's because it's really no class with some of the younger ones. You'd be like, damn, we got Zeus Network to look forward to. No, but being a woman that has started at the same age as some of these girls that are now just like going out there and like, hey, we're going to fight, take our shirts off and twerk to be famous and be known. But you actually had to put work in.
I did. And listen, I started off as a model. I went to New York at the age of 17. I didn't know anyone, and that worked. But, then trying to transition into acting, a lot of times they thought models couldn't walk and talk at the same time.
Yeah.
So you got to keep on proving yourself. And I'm okay with that because I've done it.
Yeah. So you said you don't mind if you're called fancy. Obviously, we know the Jamie Foxx Show, fancy.
Yeah.
It's such a, literally you were a household name and still are. So I know I saw Alfonso Roberto. That guy, Carlton. Right?
Yes.
Now, we all call him Carlton, and that makes him a little angry. So what is it for you that you feel like is...
Listen to me. People connected with a character with a show that I was on. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
You know what I mean? I know who I am. I know I've done other roles. But if people connect and they still call me fancy, it's good.
Right? Because
that means you connected to the show. The show meant something to you. It resonated with you. You know what I mean? You watched it with your family. You can remember when you saw it. There's nothing. It's all good for me. I love it.
Yeah. It's like as long as people are showing love to your craft and what you do. That's why I didn't understand. I thought that was crazy. I know, though, you also still have a connection to some of the people, obviously, that you were on the show with.
I do. Jamie and I are still tight. I mean, I made some really great friends. Sherry Shepherd.
Yeah.
We're still
crazy,
so tight.
right?
She's like my sister. And people behind the scenes I'm still friends with. I mean, it was just a really great time.
During his whole health scare, I know your phone was going crazy. Did you know what was going on?
I knew a little bit, and I was so scared. But I have to say, his family that's around him protected him, and I loved it because the fact that there was no leaks, the fact that there was no photos, I appreciated how they protected him, and everybody respected that space for him.
We still don't even. He said he's going to tell the people what happened.
It's his story to tell. It shouldn't come from us.
Well, if he had any kind of crabs, then he tells his family they're the right people to tell, right?
Yeah, absolutely. No crabs. I was like, wait, where are we going with this? You are too much, and I love it.
No one will know, right?
No one would know anything. But But I was just really happy that they did that to protect him, because he's so beloved.
I love that. So from Fancy to Ava.
Yes.
We're going to Ava, and Ava does not play no game. She's a world-renowned chef.
Yeah, right? She's a Michelin chef.
A Michelin chef.
Yes, and listen, I can cook. I'm Haitian, so we're taught to cook really young.
Okay.
But I went to YouTube University to get some chopping skills. And
I was going to ask you, were you already cutting like that? Or was that something
but I had to, I wanted to look the part.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Her being a chef is a really big deal in the movie, so I can't just, just sleep on it.
Now,
you know what I mean?
Good with even the towel over the one shoulder. Like you nailed it. No, but okay, so you had a relationship. I don't want to give too much away.
Yeah.
But with a younger man that was in his 30s.
Yes.
So now that, you're out, you're single right now, correct? Mm-hmm. Okay, we watched the show as well. Okay, the Housewives, just in case y'all are under a rock.
Yes.
But so being single and it being a lot of different men and doing a movie like this, do you start to look at the younger guys like, well, maybe I'll give them a try?
After this movie, I am.
Yeah.
I'm like, that might not be a bad thing.
Y'all made a handsome couple in a movie as well.
Thank you. We had a lot of fun. But you know what's interesting? I never thought I would, be interested in somebody younger than me, right?
Right.
But I think it's a person specific. If a guy comes and he's got all the things that I'm looking for, it depends on how young. I mean, I'm not going to do
Well, how young would you go?
I think maybe 38.
Okay.
I think that's probably a cutoff.
Still a little immature. I know, because that's about my age, and they're very immature still.
Do tell.
You know enough. You know more than me, I'm sure.
Oh my God. So I think, I think it's about being open. It's not like, predicting everything. It's being open to see what love looks like and what shape it comes in and who comes with it. Right?
Now, what happens because you have 3 boys?
I do.
Okay, and they're at that age, child, where we already know one of them is all in love and all that. Yeah,
Jade is very in love.
What happens if they come to you with a woman that's about 50 years old or 40, and they're like, "Mom, I'm in love."
Stop to that immediately.
Would you?
I'd be on the show Snapped because I took her out.
Really?
Yes.
Why do you feel that way?
Well, because I think I want them to explore, right? They're young. I want you to date people your age, maybe a little older. But if it was somebody that much older than them, I don't know.
But y'all can hang out.
Oh my God.
No?
We could hang out.
Yeah.
That would be weird.
Okay, I would think so too.
Yeah.
But one thing about you that I love, and seeing the Housewives and how open you kind of have to be, because if not, they're going to put your business out there for you. You did have a moment that you sat down and spoke with your sons that a lot of people was praising you for, because maybe some people might have hid that conversation because it wasn't an easy one.
No, it wasn't an easy one at all. And, obviously I didn't know he was going to bring it up. So when he did, I wanted to give him the opportunity. I grew up in a household being Haitian. Like, you couldn't say how you felt.
Yeah.
You couldn't, kids were seen and not heard. And I want to raise my kids differently. So even tough conversations, I still want to hear it. And let me tell you, I was, embarrassed by it. But what happened was we have such a great relationship because of that conversation. It really changed things.
They're like mature men. Well, one of them is a little more mature.
Yeah. Jax is definitely my mature boy.
I think we figured that out.
Yeah. But yeah, it was great just to have him say how he feels.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't allowed to do that.
Isn't that so crazy? I do feel like maybe if this was back in the day, you try to say something like that, then you about to get your teeth snatched out.
The slippers, whatever you're wearing, the shoes coming off and you're getting hit with it.
Right, but now you have to understand and listen, because it's a little harder than it was for us growing up than it is for them growing up.
For sure. I mean, with social media, with what they know, everything's on their phone. It's accessible. So I want to keep the communication open always, ever since they were, able to talk.
But we need those moments, and we appreciate you putting your life out there. And actually, because when I tell you, I know so many kids that feel that way towards their parents, and it's like a conversation that you hide or you not.
Right, exactly.
So I know, coming from, like you said, a Haitian background and them being very strict, we know love is love, but how did they feel about your white men?
Their dad's white.
I'm talking about your family. Your Haitian family, but you came in with the white men.
You know what? I can't with you. Some were great.
Yeah.
Some not so much. Some had issues.
Yeah, but were they like shocked?
Yes, some were shocked. Yeah. Absolutely. My mom was great, though. My mom was so open for a Haitian mom. You know, for her to let me go to, New York at the age of 17 to start my career. We didn't even know what that career was.
Right.
So she was definitely more open out of everybody. But yeah, some had problems with it.
I could see that.
Yeah,
because,
of course.
as I told you, we spoke a little before this,
Yeah.
and I grew up around a lot of Haitian families.
Yes.
And they did not play at all. They were very strict. They couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
How about the food? Were they able to get accumulated with your cooking?
Yes.
Because that's a little more seasoned than typical.
The other day we were at the beach and it was like the water's cold in California right now, right? And their dad was hanging out with us and he got in the ocean and I was like, that's the white side of your family. We would never get in that water.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, you're also open, right?
Yes.
Because y'all were talking about on the latest season of Housewives.
What you bringing up?
You were talking about being open to maybe dating a woman?
I've thought about it.
Really?
I absolutely thought about it, if I'm going to be honest. Yeah, I mean, I'm open. I mean, not to say that I want a relationship, but, I've kind of... Oh, God.
You've dabbled. And dabbled.
Yes.
Okay, so what would you...
in my, early modeling days when it was kind of like, we're at Studio 54, we're hanging out. And
everybody was doing
Everybody was doing something.
Yeah, so what would be your type, though? If you had to, pick a type?
It used to be Alicia Keys. I would say Rihanna right now.
Really?
Rihanna pre-married. Babies.
Oh, I love that for you. What about Tia Mowry? Because they've been saying that she might be, y'all have a common bond. You was on the talk.
The real.
I'm sorry, the real. You were on the real, and Tamara was on there,
yes,
right?
She
but
was.
now they're saying Tia might have a little tea.
Oh, really?
That she's sipping. Yeah, they saying she might want to play in the lady pond. So, would that be your type?
I like her. She's a friend of mine.
Okay.
So I don't see her that way.
So that's a little different.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So Rihanna, she's taken, but a Rihanna lookalike.
You're a Rihanna lookalike, yes.
How would they do it, though? Because, I feel like that's, some way to approach you would be a little intimidating.
It would have to be the right circumstance, like a lot of tequila involved.
What kind of tequila? The ladies want to know.
Casamigos. Blanco.
Oh, I like that. Okay. All right. Whoa. And what if they're a little younger? Does that matter? Because you had the cougar talk when it came to the movie, right?
Yes.
And you said with a woman, they say cougar.
Right.
And what they say with a man is they call him
lucky.
Lucky.
Right.
I call him an old creep. So, I do think it's sexier when the woman decides, okay,
to own it. And I see that. I mean, it was sexy in the movie. I think that was what's cool, too. And also giving women, older hope. You know what I mean? And being open.
Right.
You never know.
Because these young boys is out here searching.
They are searching.
Alton Walker is over there. I told them to lock the door, but they wasn't listening. Okay, so Terry McMillan, Tempted by Love, August 17th.
Saturday.
This Saturday.
Yes.
You better not miss it, but we're not done talking to you now, child. Now, let's talk about, you know what I do want to touch on since we did talk about your sons? Let's talk about Cyber Smile.
Oh,
because that's something I want to make sure we plug and get in there because that's very important. People are online. They're bullying people. These kids are killing themselves over these comments. How can somebody support and help you with this?
If you go to cybersmile.org and just look at all the information, they have everything there. What's happening is people are using the safety of being behind their phones, their computers. They feel like they can say anything they want to anybody, and especially children.
That's right.
And we have to protect them. My son Jax went through it, and it was the most hurtful, painful thing to watch because he doesn't deserve it. No kid deserves it.
Sweet. He looks super sweet.
He's so sweet, and so it's not okay. And people hide behind their phones, and they would never say it to you in your face. But they will definitely do it when it's online. So we have to stop it. So I became an ambassador to Cybersmile when that happened, and it's really important.
Yeah, so y'all go support that cause because because that's definitely with these kids. We have to make sure we're protecting our
them.
children.
Exactly.
And I did see like how like the adults were trying to jump in.
Yes.
And I'm like,
it got
that's
crazy.
disgusting. Like, what is wrong with these people?
Yeah.
Something else. Well, something that I love. Something that I love is your friendship with Sutton.
Oh, we love. I was texting with her this morning.
Oh my! Were you? Why did you bring her? She's crazy.
In Georgia right now, actually.
Oh my gosh, she is crazy.
She is crazy fun.
I actually would have thought at first that the two of y'all might have butt heads, but it's actually the opposite. What even brought y'all to be such good friends?
It is the opposite. When we first met each other, she got in the car. We were going to a fashion show, and she said, "I haven't worked in 17 years." And I was like, "I have nothing in common with this bitch. I've been working my whole life."
Right.
And we just hit it off. We went to dinner one night, and she knew a lot about Black culture, and she has a lot of Black friends, and we just connected.
Yes. And
I love her.
But your relationship with Dorit, not so much.
My duration, but yeah, not so much.
I do want to say this.
What?
I got to give you your props for going on a PWR, predominantly white reality show. And you called the lady, I wrote this down because
I said
you called her, you said she has unconscious Karen behavior. Where in the world did you think that up? That when I tell you that was epic right there.
Oh my God.
Was that a little, did you think twice about calling her a Karen though on one of these shows?
I did think about it, but it's how I felt.
Yeah.
And the microaggression that she kept on putting out there, I just couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah.
Right? And, and it's for her, it's because she's just not around us. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And you can't.
And you can tell.
Mm-hmm. And so it was just getting to me. And I was like, finally, I have to say it.
So the words we want to cancel: aggressive.
Yes.
Attack, angry.
Thank you.
And I want to add auntie. I hate that damn word.
Don't you call me auntie unless I'm related to you.
What they calling you auntie for? Who they think they are?
I do not like that word. Do not call me that.
Do not do that.
Unless I am your auntie.
But you could say fancy.
Yes.
You could say Ava.
Yes.
And we could also say ghost love interest because we did see you getting nasty in power. Don't think we forgot.
I would have paid them to do that role.
Yes, I love that. Okay, well, make sure y'all check out Tempted by Love. I could talk to you all day, FYI.
Same.
Season 14 of The Housewives as well. That is coming.
Yes.
Any surprises for us?
There's lots of surprises.
I heard it's going to be explosive.
It's going to be good.
Is Cynthia Bailey going to be more on this season?
No, she's not at all.
Damn.
I know.
Keep Anna Marie wherever she at. Don't.
Girl.
What you think?
I'm not saying a word.
Keep her wherever she at, right? I did not like that addition.
Well,
I'm glad you came to the Beverly Hills Housewives, and I cannot wait for y'all to check out Tempted by Love. Terry McMillan presents Saturday, August 17th, 8 p.m., 7 p.m. Central. Thank you so much for joining the Morning Hustle. You're amazing. So yay. Come back anytime you want.
Oh, my God. You went everywhere with me.
We are the Morning Hustle.